A lot of people set goals January 1st. It's like traditional, hey, let's set some goals. But by January 30th, it's like, I don't know, probably 90% fall off. And then 8% of the rest of them fall off by March.
Hi, Melissa.
Hi.
Hey.
Thank you for joining us this morning. It's so nice to meet you.
Same here.
Just a little bit about Melissa. Melissa is the founder of NEMA Online, or NEMA Online Signing Solutions, which is a nationwide online notary training system. So I can't wait to hear what you have to say and how we can incorporate our goals this year. So let's take it away.
Hey, Melissa.
Hey, Chris. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, good connecting with you. I know you just have a short time, and this 10 minutes goes quick. But while we're talking, put y'all's comments in the chat below, and if y'all have goals, if you've made goals for 2022, we want to hear them. So drop them in the chat. I'm sure Melissa would like to see what aggressive goals you are going after, because she's got a really aggressive goal, and we actually just connected recently, which is, you're probably, as far as our virtual relationship that we've had, very, very new. But I was going through your socials and was like, man, this girl is a firecracker. And like, she's one, very successful already. And then you've already got some really ambitious goals for, for this year and upcoming. So I was like, man, we got to have her on. So what are your goals for 2022?
Thank you so much, Chris. And I think I can say the same as far as synergy. It just aligned with us on social media, the introduction virtually. And so here we are today. And one of my goals for 2022, I am the owner of NEMA Online Signing Solutions and Consultants. We are a nationwide training system and service provider for real estate closing transactions. However, since I've been in this industry for the last 3 years, I realized that I also have a passion for the real estate and finding homes, helping others find their dream homes. And so I'm currently here at Champion School of Real Estate, taking my real estate courses to become an actual sales agent, link up with the best brokers in the DFW area, and utilize my talent as a great team player to help get some of these homes sold out here in the area.
Yeah, we're gonna get you connected with the best agents and brokers and team leaders throughout the nation and internationally. But yeah, as far as what you. But let's start. So your core business is notary services and training and consulting. Do you have any goals or where you're going to bring that company throughout this year?
Absolutely. We are a nationwide company currently, and we provide mobile notaries as well as online notarization for our clients' title lenders. We are now tapping into international closes. And so one of the things that we are getting ready to do is launch where we have notaries available 24/7, 365. Whenever we get an order come in online, we can have those notaries working for those closings to be completed. So we're branching out, opening up a new wing to our company. Actually, we have a ribbon cutting coming up next week. So we're excited to see what 2022 is going to do with COVID around and it's still lingering around. We realize that services need to be available and ready for industry.
Man, I've been waiting for this. If there's one thing I hate as an investor, it's the constant back and flow from a title company. And we've been working with a great title company that gives us a little bit of flexibility. But what you're doing with digital signing, like, man, I was like, when's that coming? When's that coming? How do you? Because a lot of people set goals January 1st. It's like traditional, hey, let's set some goals. But by January 30th, it's like, I don't know, probably 90% fall off, and then 8% of the rest of them fall off by March. So I use the gym. Going to the gym is a good analogy. It's like in January the gym's packed. In December it's not, and it's just because people set goals more of tradition than having an emotional feeling that they're actually going to accomplish something. So how do you keep yourself on track to make sure that when you set your goals, like, you're going to hit them, or even if you miss, you're way ahead of the curve of where, based on your starting point?
Absolutely. We have a team here in the Arlington office, and we have 9:30 meetings every morning. One of the things that I create in our environment is structure. And we have Q1, Q2 quarter meetings. In our 9:30 meetings, we talk about what we need to do daily to make sure that we have successful days, make sure our clients are pleased with what we're providing. In our quarter meetings, we talk about what goals we want to meet each quarter. And one of the things I set expectations in the office is we don't want minimum. And then whatever we met last month, we want to double that, at least so we can make sure we get to another level, half of what we did last month, or either double what we did last month. So we're always on the grind, monitoring where we are as an agency, monitoring where we are monthly and quarterly, to make sure that we're not falling below. And if we do fall below, we go back and look at what could we have done, or is this an industry issue, or if it's something that we need to work on within. So I think just the collaborative efforts in the office, keeping good synergy in the office, it makes a big difference.
Yeah. So, in what you're doing from a team standpoint, so individual agents or investors have their individual goals. You're doing things a little differently because you have a team, which is unique. It requires a different skill set. So, as a team leader and someone who's leading a group of other folks that may not have quite the vested interest that you do to see the whole team succeed. How do you get them to buy into that, and what metrics do they use to help track where they can take ownership of their unique little corner of and their little part in the mission?
I think empowering your team with leadership roles. One of the things we just talked about this morning is that the 9:30 meeting will not just be for me to present and talk about goals or what we need to do. It'll also give them the opportunity to present, collaborate, become innovative, creative with thoughts that they can bring to the table to help grow the team and help market what we're doing. So allowing them to be empowered in the company, getting them to buy in and see the vision of the company, I think is always good. And giving them the leadership role. So when, you go out in the community and you talk about NEMA, you can feel the confidence of what you're talking about, because we've done it inside as an agency. And now you have these tools to carry on. And, you are a part of our team and our family. So I always think that empowering your team is the key to seeing them succeed.
Yeah, it totally is. Because if you don't empower them, then they're just going to do the minimal viable effort. And then, of course, they're not emotionally attached, which affects performance. And love it. Well, so these 10 minutes, they always go by quick. And I actually know your time here with us was very brief too. So really, really appreciate you coming on. It's going to, I look forward to getting to know you more and, collaborating in the future.
Absolutely, guys. I really thank you for the time. I wish I had more time to spend with you guys. I'm sure I'll be back. In the meantime, I wish you all happy 2022. Let's get it, guys.
All right.
Thank you.
Take care.
Thank you, Melissa.